All right, welcome back. Part 4, Venus. The heart, attraction, love. Venus is also having rulership over Taurus and Libra, which in turn also makes this, just as Mercury, an earth and air sign for its elements. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Today we're looking at Venus. Venus, the heart, attraction, love. Now, when we say Venus, the heart, I want you to understand that it's not the heart in respect to the Kabbalistic tree of life and that great glyph, where the center of that glyph is Tifereth, which is the sun, being the center, being the heart, but the heart in respect to attraction and love. Also, in astronomy, we understand that Venus is the only planet that rotates clockwise. All the other planets rotate, along with our Earth, rotate in a counterclockwise fashion upon its axis. But Venus rotates in a clockwise fashion. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Its elements, as we said before, are the same elements as Mercury, which are earth and air. Now, when we consider the planet Venus, the planet of love and attraction, but let's look at love. Let's take the love principle of Venus, and then let's take with that the fact that Venus is the only planet that rotates along its axis in a clockwise fashion, which is against the rotation of all the other planets. Then we can understand that Venus and love are attributes that go against the grain, so to speak, of our vision of ourself, especially in our society. Because what do people fear? They fear what they don't understand. They fear what is outside of themselves. They fear what doesn't gel with their individuality. And there's only two emotions that drive the human being when we get down into the cellular level. And those two emotions, and this is scientifically proven, and I'll probably put a small clip up, or at least a reference to a video clip on YouTube that you can look and see where I'm going with this. But there's only two emotions along our double helix DNA that our DNA responds to. And those two emotions are fear or love. And for a while, I was a little bit confused by that, because the opposite of love is hate. But then as I contemplated and meditated on that a little further, I began to understand that if I fear something, I will learn to hate it. I will learn to avoid it. I will learn to shun it away and keep it beat down. Taking all that into account, that again, Venus rotates clockwise or against the grain. So that shows us that love for ourselves, love for our fellow man, love for our planet, love in general, is a position in which we do not typically and naturally find ourselves in. Again, especially in our society where we have been proselytized to be against anything that does not fall in our structure and perceptions of what is good, right, and wholesome. Anything that we deem as outside of ourselves or a threat to our ego or a threat to ourself, we don't love it. We learn to fear it. And then fear breeds hate. And then hate breeds war. And then there we are. So we have to take the lesson of this planet Venus, the lesson of love, and we have to apply that to ourselves. Within ourselves, understand it, embrace it, and then we can manifest that outwardly to the world around us. And as I've said before, as misery loves company, so does love and joy and peace. Be infectious, my friends, but be infectious in the world on a positive note. If you're going to exceed in anything, exceed in love. It also, the planet Venus also holds sway over attraction. If you look at someone and you see that they beam with love, you're automatically going to be attracted to that person. You're going to find something in them that you can identify with. And you're going to want to be around them. And that makes you a more profitable individual. But that's where we have to start. We have to understand ourselves. So, let's do a little homework this week. Let's write down all the things we love. Let's write down all the things we fear. And then let's look at that list. Let's write that list down, put it away for a week. Then after the week is ended, bring it back out and look at it. What do you love? What do you fear? Why do you love what you love? And why do you fear what you fear? Until we get over this hurdle of love and learn to love even the things that we fear. Now, that's not to break down your guard or your barriers. That's not to leave yourself open for attack or anything. But we have to learn to love even the things that we fear, even the things that we don't understand. And if you can do that, you, my friend, are well on your way to being all that you can be, and then helping other people be all that they can be. But we have to learn to love. And that starts with loving ourselves. From Through the Lattice, Namaste.
Let go of temporary, transient ideas like individualism. The nature of monotheistic faiths, these dead desert religions, is to encode us with the idea that individualism is more important than paganism, ideologies that integrally relate us to the earth so that we know that we are integrally, indefatigably related to our environment. And the line between good and evil runs not between cultures, religions or creeds, but through every human heart. And selfless connection. You know, my sort of tendency towards selfishness, I felt that kind of exposed as a superficial and pointless perspective to have. I felt a very relaxed sense of oneness. I felt love.